Hey everybody, Mah-Dry-Bread here with a late night vlog stream. I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube, so for everyone watching who's very confused by Risk of Rain being on screen, this is essentially going to be a vlog. I just want to stream it so that I could talk with the chat and discuss things with the chat. I'm basically just going to be talking about personal life stuff and all of that, and I'm just playing a game idly so people have something to look at, and because you need to be playing a game if you're on Hitbox, which is where I stream. Link to Hitbox is in the description if you want to see that. Let me just fix up some stuff on the other monitor real quick, so that I can see the viewer count and all of that good stuff. It shouldn't take long. I can see the chat already. Good. Alright. I think I fixed it. I think I fixed it. Okay. I don't know, sometimes when I pause the video on the other side, I have to refresh... I've done this 1,000 times now, but I've never explained what it is. When I say I have to fix something right when I start streaming, it's that to see my viewer count, I need to be able to see my own stream, so I have to refresh the page to see the viewer count, and then I pause my own video so it's not wasting bandwidth in the background. Well, bandwidth, I have unlimited bandwidth. It's not wasting any of the... not slowing down my stream at all, but then often when I pause it, it'll restart itself, and then I have to pause it a second time to get it to work. In case anyone ever wonders why I say that at the beginning of every single stream. Anyway, I'm going to be trying to keep my voice down because it is quite late. It's 1:30 midnight. Playing with my PlayStation 4 controller here, even though I own this game on PC, just because I have some awesome software that lets me do that. And I'll just play some single player. I'll wait a couple of minutes before I get into talking about too much personal life stuff. Do I want that on? No. No, it's not XPatter. It's, oh god, what was it called? DS4, I think is what the program is called. It's specifically for PlayStation 4s. Is it possible to up the volume on my end? Are you talking about the game volume or my volume? Because all I care is that you can hear me. The game is not really the point here. And because I'm likely going to be talking quite quietly, I want the game to be quite quiet so it doesn't drown me out at all in the loud parts. It'll be Bandit. I'm good with Bandit. My voice is quiet. Let me check my mixer. I'm at full volume. You're just gonna have to turn up the stream. Sorry. I'm full volume right now. I'll move the mic a little closer. See if that helps at all. I'll try and keep my head decently level with it. Don't know how long this is gonna be going. God, this is one really cool thing about the controller, because there's a touchpad on the front, and I have this software. Glasses, get off my cord. This controls my mouse. It's actually really useful in this game. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the game is intentionally really, really quiet. I have the volume on incredibly low. If I hear loud things, I'll start talking loud anyway, and I don't want to. So... I'll wait a couple minutes before I start getting into personal stuff, just so that people have time to come in and, you know, we can get a real discussion going. Although, I basically still won't be talking about this game very much while I play it, probably. Got 13 people in, that's not bad. I've been meaning to stream, God, I first wanted to start streaming today, maybe 8 hours ago. I just never ended up doing it. I'll get into that more once a few minutes have passed, though. How has your videos going anyway? I don't know how to respond to that. It doesn't make sense. Alright, I'm gonna get an item. Ugh, this feels weird. Last time I was playing this earlier today, I had a bunch of jetpacks and double jumps and stuff. Feels weird having normal jumps now. We're at 15 people. I'll give it another minute or two. How's editing and video beam making going so far? I'll get into that soon. Suffice to say, not well, as you can probably assume. Game, that's a bug they need to fix so badly, getting stuck in the floor so you can't jump. Awesome. It's 15 viewers, as much as we're gonna get right now. I'm thinking like it is, just because it's, so late. You just need to use, like, Tungle or Hamachi server to really do multiplayer in this game. Although, the game's really buggy after the last thing. No, I'm not using default. I'm using Bandit. Not enough to kill. 17 people. Alright, if it's gonna keep going up, then I'll wait a little bit longer. Just because I don't want a bunch of people to miss the beginning. I don't have anything super set in stone on what I'm gonna say, by the way, in case anyone's wondering. I have general ideas, so it's probably going to be a very disjointed train of thought. Maybe I'll put a time code in the YouTube version, telling people when the discussion gets started. God damn it. There. $16, it's going down a little bit. Alright, that's probably a sign that I should get started. Alright, I'll get started then. Basically the first thing I want to talk about is just my motivational issues. I've always had problems with motivation every now and again, but I feel like it's worse the last few days, especially today. Today, part of it is, of course, probably that I've been sleeping really bad. I sleep really bad in general, but I've been sleeping really, really bad the last few days of just, I can't get out of bed in the morning very well. I've been sleeping a lot longer than I want to. I just wake up at the wrong time. It takes a very long time to get to sleep in the first place. And sleeping issues really do kind of ruin your entire day. So, that sucked. Before anyone tells me to take Motrin, I already tried that. It doesn't work with me very well. It just gives me fucked up dreams. So I don't take Motrin anymore. So I've been having really bad sleep, and that hasn't been helping, but all day today I've just felt like absolute garbage. And it's one of those things where, like, I think I'm also partly getting sick, and partly I'm annoyed about this cut I've got in my mouth. It's more of like a hole. I bit my lower lip the other week. Very minor this time, not nearly as bad as any of the other times recently. I've still been able to record and stuff. It just gets in the way if I talk too much, and it's closed, but it's quite swollen. So that's in my mouth bothering me. And that's just a minor thing. And I'm also probably getting sick, but again, it's just a minor thing. And I've been not sleeping very well, which is a little major, but not really. It's kind of a culmination of a lot of small things that make the big theme big things seem to impact me more than they normally would. And the main big thing that's bummed me out right now is the same big thing that bums me out every single time, which is basically the abysmal growth of my channel, which is to say, it's basically not growing. Like, yeah, you can look at my analytics and see that I'm getting, like, an average of 800 subscribers net gain a month. Like, yeah, a lot of people leave, but more people gain, so what do I have to be unhappy about? My net viewers on my Let's Plays haven't gone up in, like, 2 years. Like, if you look at the numbers of that, and compare to the average on YouTube, it's, my channel size, like, I might as well have 1,000 subscribers. If I were getting the views I get now with 1,000 subscribers, it would make sense. Because, the average on YouTube is to have your views on any given video is 10% of your subscriber count. That, you know, 1 in every 10 people who subscribe will actually watch your stuff. Or at least the majority of your stuff. With me, it's like less than 2% now, I think. And, you know, I've already talked about that a bunch of times and how that bums me out because, like, you know, I put all this work in and just about no one watches. But the main problem with that is just that no new people ever watch. Let me look at the viewer list right now. Bushman, Camley, Brandon, who apparently I haven't modded. Shally or Ash, can you mod Brandon? Inurix, Kilrain, Olivia Kuro? I believe that's a new name. Mr. McBadass, Samurai Racer, Sophia, Terran, Voiceable, Wazam, Super Cosman, Zach Bell. Okay, so nearly every single name. I think I saw one name that's new. That I didn't recognize, or at least maybe hasn't been vocal in the chat, but has been here, I don't know for sure. Point being, basically no one knew. Because that's kind of how my channel has been for a long time. No one new really comes in. And that's distressing. New people come in every day. Many new people come in every day. They don't come to the stream. They don't watch a lot of the videos, in fact. God damn, I'm not gonna get that one thanks to a glitch. No, I had to throw a grenade. So, the channel growth, like, that's my job. I'm in a bad place in my life right now, and you'll know that if you saw the previous vlog. But that's not going to improve without money, and I'm trying to do my job here. And a big part of that, too, is seeing people slingshot past me. And part of it is I want to be really happy for them, because it's like they're attaining something, and they're earning it, and that's really special. I can't help but be jealous, though, and I'm not happy with myself about that. And yeah, jealousy's normal. Everyone gets jealous and everything. Still isn't something to be happy about, though. It's not exactly like it's something you strive for. How much money do I make off YouTube alone? Well, on YouTube you get paid usually the first day of the next month, but for me it's the anniversary of me signing with Curse, so I get paid on the 10th of every month. So you get paid once a month, and my last paycheck was $440, I believe, American. I live in Canada, but I get paid American currency. So I got paid less than half of minimum wage where I live. You get paid based off views, for anyone who doesn't know. Every view in which the viewer actually watches the advertisement and doesn't use ad block, that's what I get paid for. Which is very few people. It's more than half of people use adblock now. This statistic has been skyrocketing. But anyway, I'm going off topic. Colossus, that's not so bad. I'm just gonna kill this real quick. So, channel growth is obviously a big concern for me, what with it being my job. If I want to progress with my life, really. Oh, Jesus, I'm getting killed. If I want to progress with my life, I gotta have more money, of course. Like, I'm looking to at some point get a small house or apartment or something. You have no idea how to mod people? Brandon, type something in the chat, and then Ash can click your name. Apparently I have to assign the mod. Okay, give me a second. Thank you, Brandon. Make moderator. There you go. God, so many enemies right here. There we go. I know, I was kind of taking away from the discussion a little, but I've got to play a game or else I can't be on Hitbox, so... Right. So, I see all these people just kind of skyrocket past me. And it's never a thing about me thinking like, oh, they don't deserve it. Or even, usually not even, I deserve that more, or anything like that. It's just, why isn't that happening with me, kind of thing. Let me give a good example. Someone I talked to a little bit 2 or 3 days ago, I believe, is when I first like talked to her. And I've known about her for a long time. Her name is Voidburger on the internet. If you watch Retsu Prey, you might know her. She's been on that quite a few times as a guest. Really nice person. I followed her on Twitter for a long time and everything, and I watched some of her videos, and I enjoy her content quite a bit. She makes good content. Recently, she started a Patreon, and within... she started a Patreon, and within a month, she was making double what I was making off Patreon. And I was really happy for her and everything. That's cool. And I started talking to her a few days ago, like we have each other on Skype now, mostly because I want to get her on PTCP sometime. I think that'd be a lot of fun, and she was very nice to talk to. We just talked about stuff for a little while, and she was really, really nice. I was happy to see that she is just as nice online as she is talking to her directly, which I thought was really cool. And then I go over and take another look at her channel, just because I go on it every once in a while. She's been uploading streams that I find quite entertaining. And I start looking at her, she's got 4,000 subscribers. And I started looking at, Voidburger. I started looking at her views. She's got 4,000 subscribers, and she gets, on her average video, over 1,000 views. And the people who watch are all very receptive, they comment and everything. And I look at this, and all I can think is, like, that's really, really cool. She's got, like, a 25% viewer ratio. That's more than double the average. That's awesome. Why aren't I getting that? I can't help but have that creep in, especially when this is how I make my living. 25% is awesome. In fact, if she were to be uploading even half as frequently as I do, she'd be making significantly more money than me. If she were to upload half as much as I do, she'd be making more than minimum wage here, is how well she would be doing for money. And I understand that she's got her own stuff to deal with, and she has her own life, and she's her own completely separate person and all of that. I just can't help but crunch those numbers and think, like, wow, I wish I could do that. And why can't I then, is of course the natural response in my head, is, like, why don't I do that? And I think about it, and I think, well, I am doing all of that. The only difference is that I don't have, for some reason, people don't watch me. And I try and look at the differences on our channels. The only thing I can think of is that she's known for being on a bigger channel and being part of a bigger community. However, that's not really a huge modifier in most channels. As far as my own limited perception can see, there's not really too much of a difference. And it bugs me. And I don't like that it bugs me. I think it's kind of unfair and selfish of me that it bugs me. And that pisses me off, and it makes me feel bad. But it bugs me. And obviously I don't hold that against her, because that's just completely illogical and stupid. I'm really happy for her that she got as much money on Patreon as fast as she did. I match her on Patreon now, but that was after my vlog, which a lot of people started donating from, and I very much appreciate that. In fact, the only person I currently support on Patreon is her. I started supporting her a few days ago just because I really, really like her stuff. I have a little bit of disposable money now because of Patreon, and I think she deserves that $15 a month. I have that publicly available on my thing, is that you can see that. So, you know, there's nothing hidden. You know where the money is going. I don't think it's because she's a girl. I think it's... A lot of people will say, like, oh, girl on the internet. Yeah, people can get white knighty about girls on the internet sometimes, but if we're talking about, like, YouTubers actually getting big and stuff, you're far more likely to get really big as a guy, and it's far more likely that if you're really small, people watch your stuff if you're a girl. It's basically that thing of, statistically, if you're a girl, it's easier to... get a lot of views out of a small viewer base, whereas as a guy it's a lot easier to get large on YouTube. And although you could make the argument of she does have a relatively small community and gets a lot of views within that small community, I don't really think it's because she's female. I don't get that impression at all. She simply makes very good quality content. I genuinely believe it's as simple as that. She has very good quality content, and the people who have found her very much enjoy that high-quality content. Sorry, I was just catching up on the chat a little bit. Oh, where was I? So yeah, this bugs me. This bugs me quite a bit, and for obvious reasons that I have stated already. Of being that, I don't want to feel jealous about that. It makes me feel bad. She obviously earned everything that she's gotten, so far as I'm concerned. And, honestly, even if she didn't, it would be none of my business whatsoever. And yet, for some reason, here I am still annoyed. Ah, fuck. Magma worm. Alright, this one's not too hard. I've got a good character for it. I'll just fight it here. I've got a shield, so I basically win this fight anyway. I can just tank the entire shot on the way down. So part of it is, of course, part of the whole motivational problem here is, of course, seeing other people rocket past me with relative ease, which doesn't help my own, what was I gonna say? Because he's white. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what this is in response to. Me. Ah, fuck. Yeah, I probably shouldn't. There. Force him to back off a bit. Ooh, Jesus, I almost died there. So I'm really bummed out about that, because, like, I want to move forward with my life, and I simply can't do that without money. And I don't want to be, I don't want that to be just like my Patreon gets really big. I appreciate that, and that means a lot to me, but I want to actually, like, grow my channel here. Like, The channel's not just about money. I think it's obvious enough, or else it wouldn't be a YouTube channel. YouTube barely makes money, unless you're really, really big. I want to be able to put out high-quality content and entertain people, most of all. Like, I like to have a job where the main thing here is entertainment, because I like to make people happy. That's something that makes me happy. So, like, as awesome as it is having as many of you guys who do support me on Patreon, and for as much as you do support me and everything, I want my channel to grow. I want to continue to, like, grow the channel and have a new audience and entertain people. And as it stands right now, that simply isn't happening. The majority of my stuff doesn't get watched by almost anyone who is subscribed to my channel. I genuinely can't tell if that guy... I've read very few of his comments, but I genuinely can't tell if he's just here to be an asshole or not. I'm reading some of his comments and it just seems like he's here to troll, and if so, I have absolutely zero patience for it today. Yeah, I will be uploading this later, Super Cosman. This whole thing will be going on YouTube later. Good, I finally have a healing thing. Jesus. So that's one obvious thing that's been bumming me out. Today, the entire day, I've been pretty down. This is zone enclosed area. I forgot. Missile drone, I love that one. How much did my Patreon grow since that vlog? I think like it grew by like $200, maybe a little bit more. It was pretty substantial, actually. And it's funny because I think I said right in the beginning of that video that like only 10% of people watched to the end of the video, and if you check the analytics on that video, it was like 10%. So once again, I was just completely right. Yeah, word of mouth is the key on YouTube. That's what I always say. See, that's the funny thing, actually. That vlog was the very first thing that anyone has ever shared with the share button on Facebook from my fan page. And it was Duvan, my friend, who did that. I find that funny, that the share button on Facebook is the most important button for growing a community. And it's the only one that has been pressed once. I think what people don't take in mind when they watch these channels, and I don't blame them at all for not taking this in mind, because it's not up to them to take this in mind, but one thing that people don't take in mind very much is that whether a channel succeeds in terms of if it grows or not is more than anything completely dependent on the viewers. They have all the power in the world. If they want your channel to grow, all they have to do is, if they have any friends they think would like it, they tell them. That's how a channel grows. Social media is a big deal because it's a big part of that, obviously. Your friends follow you on your Twitter and your Facebook and everything, and you talk on your Twitter and your Facebook about a channel, and people start watching it. It's how, like, a lot of the stuff that me and my friends on Skype, we have a big Skype group, a lot of the things we get introduced to are because one of us links it in the group chat, and we all watch it and like it. All kinds of people I found entirely through that Skype group. Most of what I watch I found at some point or another through that Skype group. Word of mouth really is the big thing. So, oh god, I was gonna go somewhere else with this. I'm just trying to remember where. Yeah, that's not really what the channel's about. It's about entertainment more than anything. Like, I'll talk about what I want to on the channel, yeah, and sometimes that can be heavy subjects. For the most part, it's entertainment. I'm trying to remember what the gate was. I want to activate the gate. But anyway, so the channel basically isn't growing. It's growing, but it's not growing. It's growing in as far as... it's a useless one. It's as growing in as far as I get more subscribers every month. It's not growing in that I get more viewers at all, because I don't. Where is it? Oh, it's over there. It's fine. That obviously is quite distressing, considering that, again, this is my full-time job. If my channel's not growing, I'm not going anywhere. Like, when you think of a job, usually you think, like, even if you're just working and nothing's really changing, you're probably getting closer to a promotion in some way, shape, or form. My promotion is simply getting more popular and more known. I have a promotion happening constantly, assuming that my channel is actually growing. There's the gate. My channel is not growing, though. It's basically stagnant. So right now I'm at this weird point of nothing I do seems to matter in any way, shape, or form. No matter what I do, what I say, how I feel, how I conduct myself, anything. Despite anything, nothing I do right now ultimately matters unless I stop producing content and give up, in which the only side effect is completely negative. So right now I'm working to maintain the status quo with no real reason to believe that it will ever go up in any way, shape, or form. It's kind of depressing, for obvious reasons. I'm just kind of running away until spawns stop right now. Ow. Hey, 100 Little Dreams. So, as you can imagine, that's a really shitty situation to be in. Gotta keep trying. Yep. And what's the point? To keep entertaining the same few people, which is awesome, but not be able to actually live off it, which is not awesome. Believe it or not, I don't want to be sitting in this chair my entire life. I want to move forward with my life. I want to keep doing this job until I retire. I'm dead. I have no idea when that will be. I'd like to do this until old age. That would be awesome. However, when I say I don't want to be in this chair forever, I mean, like, I want to one day be in a house I own with a family that I take care of, you know? Like, yeah, I help take care of my mom and stuff, but, like, I'm engaged. I want to move forward with my life. I'm 22, and I just can't do that right now. So that's obviously quite frustrating. Hold on, I'll read that long message in 1 second. I just gotta... grab that. Jar of Souls is a nice one. Alright, let me catch up on that. That was a long message. Mayor Sweden, stop suggesting things you know I'm not gonna do, please. It's kind of frustrating. I'm not gonna just start doing the same generic schlock that everyone else does. It seems that most people only watch a person for a certain type of content, usually a specific type of game, and they'll only watch that. Some games have this many subcategories. Their entire channel is dedicated to it. Let me give you another example. General McBadass. A lot of you people found me through Payday. A lot of you people found him for the same reason. You found him through Payday. He's been around for, I think, almost as long as me, actually, doing videos. And he recently went from having just about no one watching him to getting really, really big because of Payday. Because he's really, really good at Payday, and that just happens to be the game they found him on. He's good at a lot of games, but that's the one that people found him on. So people started watching him on that. He got really, really big, really, really fast. When I found him, which was also through Payday, I really liked his stuff, and I asked him, I messaged him on YouTube, and this was actually when he had less subscribers than me. He had like 8,000 at the time, I think. I message him and I say like, hey, this is like, I'm the host of Pass Controller Please, this is charity stream, like here's everything about it. Would you be interested on coming on sometime? And about a week later when he responded, he just said like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea, that sounds like a lot of fun. Sorry I took so long to respond, I had a hard time finding the inbox, because this was around when YouTube just changed the inbox to the message system. So he just got a bit lost on it. So he sends me this message and everything and just says like, yeah, I'd love to, that sounds like a lot of fun. I was like, that's cool, and I messaged him back just explaining a little bit more about it, sending a link to a couple of episodes in case he wanted to watch them before he got into the whole thing. And I just said like, you know, get back to me whenever you got some time, and we can talk about this and see what game we can get you in on, and we can have a lot of fun with that. I thought it'd be a lot of fun. I never heard back from him. I followed up with him twice, actually sending him messages just saying like, hey, it's me again, from this thing. Never heard back from him ever again. He's now at like 45,000 subscribers, I think. I don't know why he never responded, because he seems like a delightful guy, so I'm not even going to speculate, because I don't want to assume the worst. But he's a perfect example of why this doesn't have to happen, and it doesn't always happen, is what happens to me, where people came for the creepypasta and they watched nothing else, is what happened to me. People come for his Payday 2. He does other things, actively, but they come for his Payday 2. His Payday 2 is what gets by far the most views. However, they're not what gets all the views. I think I already have that one. It's not what gets all of the views. If you look at his channel, you'll see his Payday 2 stuff gets a shit ton of views, and his other stuff gets way less, but it still gets a lot. He still gets a lot of views on anything he does. He still has a core fan base that'll watch anything he does, much like I do. The difference is his core fan base grows. I'm always at that same, like, 150 to 200-ish people. His has been going up steadily. Like, his started at like 1,000 and just kept going up and up and up and up and up. Why is his core fan base growing and mine isn't? I don't know. And that's kind of the most frustrating thing, is it's not even like it's something I can change. Every single time I have a thing of, like, a thought of, or an observation, an interesting observation that could be helpful, like, oh, this is happening with this person. Is there anything I could change? Because, like, they were in a situation like me, and they made it work. What could I change to make it work? And then there's no clear answer. So, as you could imagine, that's a frustrating situation. Well, that's the thing. People always say that. Every single time I bring this up, they say that. I wouldn't mind if you change things for the sake of growing your channel. I don't know what to change. And every suggestion someone gives me to change is a shitty suggestion. I have no qualm with flat out saying that suggestion's shit. Because what is the suggestion every single time? How about you talk about relevant events? How about you... Oh, I never got that one before. How about you talk about relevant events? How about you talk about fucking Gamergate? How about you start doing scare cam Let's Plays? It's the same shit. It's just... all the people do is they look at fucking PewDiePie and they say, what's he doing? Tell Mah-Dry-Bread to do that because it worked for him. It doesn't work for everyone. And yeah, it works for a lot of people. A lot of people who don't have a lot of integrity. Some of them do, a lot of them don't. But regardless, that's not what I do. If you look at any person who's ever made it even slightly big, you'll find that when they got big, they were doing their own thing. And they were good at their own thing. PewDiePie wasn't the first guy to do scare cam. PewDiePie was just the most famous one to do scare cam. However, he did it well. I hate his content. I think he's fine as a person. I don't know much about him. However, I can't stand his content at all. But there is no denying whatsoever that for his demographic, they absolutely love what he does. He is very good at entertaining that demographic. You'd probably unsub I went the way of PewDiePie? Good. Because that would basically just be me selling out. That would be me just trying to rip off the popular people. If I do something, it's because I want to do it. I have a few horror games that I want to stream through, and I'll have my face on it. It'll technically be a scare cam, but I'm doing it because those are games I want to do, not because that's the popular thing to do, and I think my viewers understand that, which is quite important to me at least. Here's another good example of how you know a channel is going somewhere and how one isn't. Look at Shally's channel. Shally's one of my moderators. In fact, Shally just typed. I'll read what you said in a second, Shally. I just want to get my point out before I forget it. Look at Shally's channel. Shally has significantly less subscribers than me. Significantly. I think she's like 5,000? 6,000? Something like that. She's got like 10,000 less than me. Probably. About that. She, on any 5,000, on any given video she does, she will get significantly more people watching. And I would argue, I bet you anything, she's got way better audience retention than I do. My audience retention is pretty shit. If she were to upload as frequently as I do, she would eclipse me. Quickly. And that's not me fluffing her because she's in the chat, that's the truth. I think it's pretty plain to see, especially when you've done as much studying into YouTube shit as I have. Again, this is my job, and I study this shit, because it's my job, I have to know how to go forward in it. She would absolutely eclipse me. Why? I don't know. She has a nice personality. That helps. Most people find her less annoying than they find me. If you see me guest on any other person's channel, read the comments. The majority of the comments are either saying, great video, or Mah-Dry-Bread annoyed me. That's something I noticed. Look at any person whose channel I guest on, either than the Heroes Wrestling Podcast, who for some reason I'm their favorite person. Look at Interjection's video that I did with Interjection. Not only did people hate me in the comments of it, people were making different theories as to why I'm so annoying. One person theorized perhaps I have ADHD, another person thought that Interjection actually hated me and my jokes, and that he was just he didn't want to show it during the video and that I'd never be on again. Another guy even theorized that I'm trying to leech off interjection and that I will stab him in the back. Welcome to the internet. People are shitty. But anyway, the majority of people who don't actively follow me on my channel find me quite annoying. Perhaps that's part of it. I don't know. Regardless, of everyone that I speak to on a regular basis, I'm the only one who A, does this as a job, and B, I'm the only person who, I'm the only person who uploads, not necessarily frequently. I know a lot of people who upload frequently, but I would say on an insane schedule. Insane schedule I would consider a video or more a day. Either that or 14 or more videos a week. Like, if it's more than 14 a week, you're probably doing some crazy shit like I am, where you're, like, uploading streams too at the same time, and, like, 50 series at once like I do. Like, you gotta think about the sheer number of videos. Like, how many hours of me do you see a week if you watch all my stuff? And I don't expect anyone to watch all of that. That's insane. But considering most people don't watch any of that is distressing. Alright, holy shit, I actually have to scroll up to read Shelly's old comment now. I rambled for too long. Let me scroll up a little bit. That's the thing too, I want to get big doing what, you want to get big doing what you're doing what you enjoy, otherwise you get trapped in this expectation of doing the same thing you may not necessarily really love over and over just to get views. I completely agree. It's funny, some days the creepypasta feels like that to me, where it's a necessary thing to do on my channel because otherwise I won't like make the money I need. And it used to be something that I love doing, and I still love doing it sometimes, but other times I just get really jaded. And I hate that I get jaded on it, because it's like, there are people writing these stories specifically for me, to be read on my show. And that's flattering. That's really cool. And then sometimes I just feel shitty about it, because I'm like, fucking, they don't watch anything else. And, like, I have to do this. I'm not, like, I'm doing it because I want to, but at the same time I also have to. And because of that need being there, it makes it feel more like work than it normally does. It's not exactly logical, and I understand that, but that's how it is with me. And I feel like it's a natural response, is that if you're forced to do a thing you like, you inherently like it less. I love working on my job. It's awesome. But when there's a certain show that I always have to do every week, mandatory, that sucks. Like, I goddamn love doing Flash Trash. It is awesome. Flash Trash is by far the most consistently funny thing I do on the show. Me and Brandon have awesome chemistry. But if I were forced to do Flash Trash every week, like if I knew if I didn't do Flash Trash every single week, I would get significantly less pay, I would resent doing Flash Trash, and the quality of Flash Trash would suffer because of that, because I just can't get in a good mood. Sometimes I resent doing creepypasta for that same reason. It pisses me off. I can put so much work and so much effort into everything else, and all they want to see is Flash Trash. I feel like I bitch about that a lot, but it's on my mind a lot, so I guess that makes sense. Hold on, I missed another thing. My channel seems to love the, or it seems to attract the love... Sorry, it scrolled. This game is really good, by the way. It's really, really good. It's just a little bit glitchy. It has some crashing issues on the current patch. My channel seems to attract the story-loving gamer. I know personally the stuff I do isn't story-driven. That isn't story-driven gets less views, yet I do have that group of people who just watch everything or comment on almost everything. Yeah, I notice when I watch your videos, actually, I see a lot of familiar faces in the comments. I actually recognize the profile pictures of a lot of your viewers, because I've been watching, I always watch your Telltale stuff. I feel, fortunately, that story-driven games are my passion, and that's what people are there for. I'm lucky the two coincide like they do. Yeah, it's kind of like how I wish, like, if I had just one series I did that was popular. Let's take a hypothetical. Let's say that my channel's in the same state where it is right now, where only one show on it is growing at all, and even that's barely growing. Like my creepypasta, it gets 1,000 views on the first day if it's Pokemon, about 700 if it's not. That hasn't grown in months. Like, that number has not changed just by getting more subscribers. Let's say I was in the same position, but I got to pick which series got popular. I would pick Let's Play, because that's the one I upload most frequently, and of course would make me the most financially stable and able to advance my life. And then, you know, once I have my own place and I can record at all kinds of day and everything, I would then obviously be able to have more liberty to do more series and record more often, and of course, perhaps grow my channel more easily through that. It seems like the smartest, wisest idea to me, is to do that. So, if I could pick for my Let's Play to be the popular thing, and everything else just gets a meager amount of views by whatever my main my core demographic who watches everything watch that, would I be happy with that? I would definitely still have some qualms. I would of course wish that my other things got more views, because they'd be getting the abysmal views that my Let's Play gets right now. But I would be a lot happier, because it's like my bread and butter thing that I do the majority of the time, and that I feel confident in always doing. And I don't need to rely on anyone else for it if I don't want to. I don't need to hope a story's ready that week. There's no searching to do. It's just I can pick up a game I love and play it. If that was my main thing, getting all the views, I'd be a lot happier than I am right now. And I'd probably be growing a lot more than I am right now, because I upload a lot more of that than anything else. Okay, I think it's about time I can set up that gate. Alright, I'm gonna run for a bit. Fucking magma worms. So I feel like everyone can probably see my problems here of why I am pretty depressed about everything going on right now. And you gotta keep in mind, like, a lot of people don't seem to understand the extent of, like, how my life is going and, like, my disabilities and stuff. A lot of people have answers that probably seem like easy answers to them, but when you actually apply it to this situation, it's not. Even today, I had someone say, like, how old are you again? And I said 22, and they're like, oh, that's no problem. You could just, like, I heard you talking about money problems and stuff. Like, you're young, you can get another job. And I'm like, I appreciate where you're coming from and everything, but you don't understand how disabled I am. I don't mean to sound condescending or rude in that or anything, but it's true. They don't seem to understand the extent of my disabilities. I am very handicapped. Like, you don't know how many facets of life it slows you down in not being able to picture things in your head. I didn't know until after high school that I couldn't picture things properly in my head. Because it's not really the kind of thing you question. It's just a natural thing. Why would you think that anyone else does that differently? Well, I found out just coincidentally through conversations with people, where somehow we got on the subject of, you know, just talking about everyday shit, and suddenly one thing that everyone experiences just doesn't line up with what I experience. And I'm like, well, that's weird. And I ask about it, and I question, I talk to people, and it just turns out my entire life there's a certain thing I can't do, and I had fuck, I'm dead. And I had no idea that it was a thing that anyone did differently. So yeah, it's not so easy. It's not nearly as easy as some people try to make it out to be. I think they don't mean to be. I don't know. They don't mean to be rude or anything like that. It's just that they don't understand the gravity of things, I guess. Not really by any major fault of their own. Would your job be harder to do if you were mute, says Sophia. My current job would be impossible to do if I'm mute, because primarily I'm a comedy show based in my voice. However, if I were mute and didn't have my current disabilities, I wouldn't be doing this job. I'd be getting a different job. And I know that you're mute, and I understand that being mute would make you completely unable to do many, 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 many things. And I completely understand that. I'm not at all devaluing how much or how little opportunity you have in everyday life being mute. I want to make that clear, that I am physically crippled, and you are... Don't know how you would explain... I don't know how you would define being mute, but I guess it would be a physical problem. But yeah, we both are lacking major things required by the entire working universe. Yeah, mute would be physical, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure it's a vocal cord problem of them not developing properly or something in infancy and they just don't work. That or them simply not being there at all. Yep, Hundred Dream says, I was told by my doctor and therapist I can't get a job. My mom's got the same thing too, basically, where, well, she doesn't have the same thing as you. However, she worked for a little bit, and after her surgeries and her illnesses, and of course, her having Ehlers-Danlos syndrome like me, her doctor has already said, you will never be able to work again. You simply are not physically capable of it anymore. So neither of us are physically capable of a job in the traditional sense. She probably can't do anything job-related ever again, because she also has some stress issues. She can take care of quite a bit, but I think that would be too much on her, at least right now in life, with all this stuff going on. Maybe at some point she'd be able to do an at-home thing like me, I don't know. But even then, I can't get a conventional job. I had to become my own employer, basically. Can I ask, why are we Mah-Dry's flock? I feel like I've explained this, but it was on a stream a very, very long time ago. Never understood my main thing as a bird. It came from a stupid joke in high school. In high school, I used to have a bit more disposable cash than I do now. Simply because we had a little bit more money at the time. And whenever I saved up a good amount of money, I wouldn't really spend it on myself very much. Mostly what I would do is keep my money, save it up, and largely buy people. You also had an amazing library. I still have it. It's right back there. I would mostly just buy people lunch with it. Brandon can attest. Brandon and I went to high school together, but something I'd often do is just when we're all at the mall, because there was a mall 1 block away from our high school, we'd walk to it, and I would sometimes just buy myself a slice of Gino's Pizza, because they had really good pizza there, actually, at that location, and sometimes I'd buy for other people, especially if they didn't have any food that day. I think always wearing that jacket will get you views. It would be so boiling hot. It would be so boiling hot. Yeah, basically what happened is someone, a mutual friend of myself and Brandon, who we don't really have contact with anymore, but, I got us a bunch of pizza, and we were walking through the parking lot on the way back to the school as we ate our pizza. And somehow, some kind of joke came up of, that I take care of everybody with their hunger needs, and we compared that to a mother bird, because I said I'm the mother bird. I'll chew up your food and spit it out for you to nourish you, and we all laughed and everything, because, like, you know, I keep feeding everybody, So it's like I'm caring for my young. I am the mother bird. I am the protector and the giver of food. So that's where that came from, of the mother bird. And I was already known as Mah-Dry-Bread by then. But that's where the nickname the mother bird came from, which is what I had a little bit as an in-joke with my friends. And when I ended up making a channel, and very recently in the channel actually, when like I needed, basically when I made a Facebook fan page, I was like, what would I name a group after like the Mah-Dry-Bread group? Like what would I name a group? Oh, it would have to be a flock. 'Cause, I'm the mother bird, and I did that as a joke. Is Mah-Dry's flock. So yeah. I just thought of a way to get big, have a feud with John Cena. Yeah, Cena will just win. So yeah, that's where that whole flock thing came from. I don't remember what I was talking about before. Alrighty, I get sidetracked. I think this might be a byproduct of also how I can't picture things willingly in my head. If something gets pictured, it gets pictured. I don't choose when it comes or goes or anything like that. When I get sidetracked, I usually forget what I was talking about, and I think it's because I can't take a mental note. I don't know if that's something people do. And where does the name Mah-Dry-Bread come from? It is a nonsense word that a friend of mine came up with in high school. I already had like 50 nicknames, and he's like, you need a nickname, as a joke because I had so many nicknames. And the next words that came out of his mouth, he just blurted out Mah-Dry-Bread. As like, just, he's good at making up noises. And then we figured out that Mah-Dry-Bread would be spelled the way it's spelled now, and that caught on. Where, to the point where most people in the school would call me that, including some of my teachers, would call me Mah-Dry or MDB. Because it's simply easier to remember than my real name. And so, Mah-Dry-Bread was born. That was grade 11. I'm 22 now. I've had that nickname for a while. Hell in a Cell was fucking awesome. Yeah, I'd rather not get into WWE, sorry. I want to keep this vlog thing live chat. I want to keep this thing mostly about what's going on in my life. You spelled it right 100 Little Dreams, which is shocking actually. Most people spell it horrifically wrong. Anyone at home want to play some of this with me? I don't want anyone to join in the call or anything, just because I want to be able to just talk with the audience and everything. But if anyone wants to join in, you can. It says that's my IP right there, but it's actually not. Brandon, you'll join? Okay. Brandon, just post my Hamachi IP in the chat for them. I'll warn you guys that, it's a bit glitchy still. Sometimes there are crashing issues with the online. I'll be the sniper if we're going to have other people with us. What was I talking about? I've been really bummed out all day, basically, just because I had a thing where, like, I woke up at noon. Yeah, I woke up at noon, so I woke up at 12 in the afternoon, for anyone who doesn't know what that means. Yeah, my username, my URL is still Mah-Dry-567, just because I made that YouTube far before I was even known as Mah-Dry-Bread. You heard Hamachi causes issues? I don't know. Right, so where was I going with this? Hamachi won't load for me, says Brandon. You might have to restart your computer then. It's got a problem where, you want to just use Tungle? Okay, I'll just open up Tungle. I'll have Hamachi and Tungle open so that everyone can come in. Let me just open Tungle up. Okay, on Tungle, gotta wait for it to log me in. Can you all hear me okay? Apparently there's something going on. Oh, yeah, I can see what you're saying, Ash. Sorry, it's just so many people are talking at once. That sometimes I miss what you're saying. I can read you, though. I didn't notice you suggesting something directly to me. Sorry. Okay, on Tungle, it'll be a private network. It'll be named... Copy, paste. It'll be named Mah-Dry-Bread, like that, no dashes. And the password will be OWL, lowercase, so OWL. That's the Tungle information on the private server for you to join. I'm just fixing a few things. Okay. I'll just wait for you guys to join in. Is there any way we can get into that one guild, the Guild 2 game? Because that was set up a while ago. Maybe done. I remember when I brought up Tungle. Yeah, I don't know. I'm busy, honestly. I've just got so much shit going on. I've been having motivational issues, so I'm not recording as much as I'd like to, and it's a pain in the ass. No, we're doing Tungle and Hamachi. I have them both open. Join through whatever one you want. Is just, if we're using Hamachi, then you'd have to have me on Hamachi, and it's a pain in the fucking ass with Hamachi, because you can only have, like, 4-person servers nowadays, whereas with Tungle, there isn't a limit so far as I understand. Alright, Brandon's in the Tungle. Okay. Well, if anyone wants to join the Tungle to join in the session, just go ahead and do it. Ash, could you repost whatever you asked me earlier? Because I didn't see whatever it was. I woke up at like noon today. And the entire day, I just, I don't know, the entire day I kept waffling every 10 minutes between feeling like I'm going to get a lot done today. I'm going to record, I'm going to do a page of a creepypasta, I'm going to record 2 episodes of one of the upcoming Let's Plays, I'm going to do a full stream, and I'm going to edit the stream and the footage and all of that stuff, have that all rendering, and then while it's rendering, I'll relax with a game of Beyond Earth or something like that. It'll be a really productive day. I'm going to get in the habit of doing that every single day, and it's going to be awesome. And I'll be streaming every day, so I'll be getting bigger on Hitbox, and it's more people coming in watching me play all kinds of games. They'll want to watch my Let's Plays. It'll be a whole lot of fun. And then 10 minutes later, I'm just sitting there, not really doing anything, slouched in my chair, just kind of thinking, or staring at a blank screen, just staring at a browser page with nothing really on it. One thing I forgot to bring up before that really bummed me out, actually, is last night Voidburger started streaming. Well, she's been streaming for quite a while. Oh god, I get asked that all the time. Why do you use Hitbox instead of Twitch? The delay is only 4 seconds on Hitbox instead of 22 on Twitch. It's 5 times easier to get partnered on Hitbox and Twitch. You need a 1/5 of the requirement. It's an HTML5 rather than Flash, so more people are able to watch it. It's simply better. Anyway, Voidburger was streaming earlier, and I always watch her recorded streams because I like to watch recorded streams. I'm not big on watching live streams just because I like to be able to pause and go to the bathroom and then come back and not miss anything. Or like have it on while I'm working and watch it on my other monitor, stuff like that. And she starts streaming, and I pop in the chat. I don't really have much time. I've got like 10 minutes because I had prior commitments. But I pop in just to say like, hey, and like I hope you have a good stream and everything. And I see that she's got like 110 concurrent viewers, and she's only ever streamed like maybe 15, 20 times. And I was like, wow, you can't lower the resolution. I'm not a partner yet. And I was looking at it, and my first reaction is, holy shit, I gotta message her. And I message her real quick on Skype, and I'm like, hey, I don't know if you noticed, but you've got the, you've met the requirements to become a partner on Hitbox if you want to do that. And I actually ended up hearing her Skype on the stream, and I was like, oh shit, sorry about that, because then she said she muted it, and it turns out I did mute, so I heard the noise again, and she went on Do Not Disturb, so I knew for sure it didn't make a noise. I was like, well, that was a comedy of errors. Which I found quite funny. I feel kind of bad about that, but it was funny. Anyway, sweet Brandon's in. He's being the enforcer. Good enforcer sniper is a good combo. I'll start the match in a second, Brandon. So my first thought is like, yeah, that's really awesome. I gotta tell her like, hey, you can become a partner now. That's awesome. And then here I am today, sitting here wallowing in my fucking chair thinking, I've been streaming since before Twitch TV existed. Since before OBS and XSplit existed. I was streaming on fucking Ustream using Adobe Live Encoder. That ghetto piece of shit. And I was streaming video games on that. Before that was even really a thing. And I was streaming video games on that. And here I am now, doing a stream right now, 25 viewers. I have a quarter of the requirement to meet the average to become a partner and get paid for my Twitch or my Hitbox streams. And I'm like, just fuck. How long do I have to do this for before anything happens? How long do I need to do this before I progress in my life? I put out better content every month. I feel like it is getting better. I find out new things. I figure out new ways to just up the quality a little bit. Maybe make YouTube make it look a little prettier after their shit reprocessing. Stuff like that. And then I do that, and I wait, I put out better stuff. I try and get people more involved. I redo my tags so more people can search me more easily. I spend an untold amount of hours on thumbnails, making thumbnails for all of the old Let's Plays. I've done over 50 Let's Plays, I believe. And, like, I just do all this work and everything, all this extra little things just to try and help with the channel growth, and nothing changes. I don't know if you've gone back to watch any of those old Let's Plays recently, but I made thumbnails for all of them, every episode, and I put them up. It took like a month, but I did it for almost all of them. Didn't change anything. They don't get searched any more than they did before. My message is up in the chat a bit, by the way. Okay. I refreshed the chat a while ago. I just mentioned that there were some games are fun to play, but not to watch, and that new games also catch on pretty well. Some games have been way and some games have been way overdone to get Ben Drown out more often. Been way overdone to get Ben Drown out. I have no idea. Sorry, that message doesn't make any sense to me. I can't wrap my brain around it for some reason. Yeah, see, that's the thing. A lot of people, my core fan base, the people who watch everything I do, will tell me SWAT 4 was fucking... They get drowned out more often. Okay, sorry, I didn't process it for some reason. A lot of my people who watch everything I do will say SWAT 4 was hilarious. And it's funny because when I was doing SWAT 4, even though I got really frustrated with it, I was watching it back and editing and thinking, this is really good. This is one of the first times I've done a Let's Play that I'm really proud of, that I think I was on the ball. That, like, some of these jokes just were really good, and I was really happy with it. And I make all these teaser videos for it because I was laughing at it, watching and editing. I was like, oh, I gotta make a teaser video for that. That's hilarious. That was started my habit of making teaser videos, was just watching SWAT 4 back and editing and having so much fun with it. Like, no one fucking watched it. It's like one of my least watched Let's Plays. The people who watch it love it, but no one gives it a chance. Only, I think 200 people total gave that Let's Play a chance. Only 200. Of the over 17,000. Alright, for anyone wondering, the enforcer there, that's Brandon. We're probably going to be very vaguely working together. We're not playing too seriously right now anyway. Most people probably didn't give it a chance because they didn't know what it was. See, that's the thing. A lot of people will say, like, I don't want to watch everything someone does. Oh, fuck. I don't want to watch everything someone does, because that's, you know, it takes a lot of time and it's difficult and shit. So I'll just watch whatever games I'm familiar with. And I understand not watching everything I do. It's obviously nothing wrong with that. It's just, when you only watch stuff that you're really familiar with, you're going to miss out on a lot of good stuff. Sometimes you just have to take a gamble. Watch something that you have no fucking clue what it is, that you've never heard it before. Because sometimes that gamble introduces you to a game you want to buy. Or it just introduces you to a really fun or funny experience. I do that all the time. I more often click on videos if I have no idea what the game is, that I've never heard of it. Or even that I've heard of it, but I have no idea what the gameplay is like. I just feel like people miss out a lot. Hey Brandon, whenever you are over near the far right of the map, there's an imp thing on the edge of a cliff. That'd be a pain in the ass without two people. Apparently stream stopped for someone. Mortar launcher. Not bad. Where do you join the Tungle? Oh, it's confusing to navigate, yeah. If you go in the top left corner, there'll be like a list of options. One of them will be private network. You go there and you go to join network and you put in the information I wrote down before. You know what, I bet you I could backflip onto that. Wonder how long you guys have been listening to my bitching now. God, it's almost 2 a.m. Oops. I jumped when I thought I had to jump, because I wasn't looking, I was looking at the chat. Oh yeah, by the way, Brandon, go ahead and take most of the items if you get a good chance to. Especially if it's one especially good for you. Because, again, I'm likely not paying attention to the game a ton, so if I were to die and you were to still be alive, then that gives something for them to look at. Alright, I'll tackle the bottom down here. You go when you're ready. Wow, I got a good gun for this. Good, he's getting the movement stuff. He needs movement stuff more than I do so he can keep from getting flanked. I think we're done on the left side. Sniper kills Swarm is by using its, like, charge-up sniper shot. This one. It shoots through targets. Fuck, it's too high up. No, you'll be able to join as soon as, we both die. Oh, there's an imp thing over here, Brandon. Trying to think of more to talk about. We've already got a bunch of games for Flash Trash lined up. We always take new suggestions, just send them to Brandon. Oh, item over here. Who's Brandon, by the way? Brandon, you know, he's in like half my fucking videos. Wasn't he in a video I put up today? Yeah, he was in the video I put up today. Godfrey Games Square, Brandon War Zero. He's in the game down there right now. He was in my video I did today. That Brandon. The one I was talking about earlier in the stream. Ooh, lots of enemies here. Yeah, he was also called Fuck You in Escape from Crystal Lake. What's this item? I haven't found this one before. 14 seconds hitting enemies will cause them to drop gold. That could be good. I miss Man Bar as well. Is that a dead end? Yeah. Guess the gate's on the right somewhere. Oh, he's got a shooty droid. Nice. Fuck. Fuck. So basically, at the end of the day, I keep getting depressed that all I do is I work really hard, constantly, every day that I'm not fucking sitting there not doing anything because I'm just bummed out and depressed, getting less work done in a day than I want to, which in turn hurts my channel growth and makes me feel even more depressed about it, and it's a vicious cycle. And as I sit there, moping, looking at everyone else, all I see is everyone else's channel just whiz by me. I can't figure out why, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I don't want to prevent them from going past me, that's awesome. I just wish that I could grow at half the speed that they are. Because no matter what my subscriber statistics say, my channel's not really growing. This is an easy target. My viewers aren't growing, my subscribers are. And subscribers just a count of how many people are probably going to view your thing. If they aren't actually viewing it, it means nothing. So, yeah. Basically, I just made this stream to vent. I don't expect anyone to be able to solve these issues for me or anything like that. If you want to help, you already know how. Word of mouth and all that shit. My Patreon is down there in the description, both on YouTube and on Hitbox. If you want to donate, and although the money does definitely go to a good cause of helping me pay for my own living and everything, and it's greatly appreciated, just to remember that this isn't me sitting here asking for money, because ultimately, simply getting money does not solve the problem at hand. It's greatly, greatly appreciated, but it doesn't help my job. It helps me with living, which is also very important. But I don't do this job just to make a living. I do this job because I love this job, and I want this job to grow. Good job, Ash. Yeah, tell everybody in the group chat that we're both a part of. All about me and my channel. Alright, I got a droid. I think it's a shooty. Yeah, I gotta get some health back. On my screen, Brandon's just shooting the air. I think we're desynced. I'm gonna go down there and kick that thing's ass. Yeah, I don't want to go up there. I'll shoot from over here. Plot twist. Super Effectors Group is the Next Gamer Network. Oh my god. He's Next Gamer Network Jamie in disguise. That fiend. Ooh, I could use that. I think that thing regenerates health. I know it does a bunch of shit. I think health regen's definitely one of them. I'll use that to heal up. He's trying to find the real blackmail. Man, I wish I could do more screenshot warfare, but I just don't want to take submissions right now. A few people have offered submissions. I don't want to take submissions for it right now, and I haven't had any good material for it in a while. One enemy left. Down. I love screenshot warfare. It's just mostly comedy, honestly. I find it hilarious. I hate this place. Don't worry, you're the magical beard wizard. I'd feel a lot happier if that "don't worry" was followed by something good. Don't worry, I just checked your channel and you have 1,000 views on today's Let's Play video. What's 10% of my subscribers? That'd be 1,000, Oh, what would that be? I'm not good with... I can't math off the top of my head very well because, again, cerebral palsy. What's 10% of, 17,000? I'm Chris Benoit. 1,700? Makes sense. So even my Let's Play, or even my Creepypasta videos, my most popular videos, make less than 10%, the average, of my total subscriber thingy thing. So even my most popular thing, which is also not really growing that much, even my most popular thing is not at the rate where it should be. Great. I don't know. Some days it feels really silly to me that I let this get me down as much as it does. Like, I've had actual battles with depression in the past. And I don't know if I'm depressed right now or if I'm just bummed out. There's a pretty big difference, though. I've never been a good judge, I guess. But like I've had actual clinical depression in the past, and so sometimes I look at this and I think this is really silly that I get as bummed out as I do over this. Like, on one hand, I can look at it as like, well, it is my job, it is my future, it is my life. Like, it's about as big of a deal as you can get. And I can understand that point of view, as I have it often, so it's an understandable point of view to me. And on the other hand, I'm like, I'm still eating. I still have, like, I got this viewer base of people who just fucking love watching my shit every single week, and that's awesome. And they find it fun, and they give me messages telling me that makes them happy, and that's awesome. I should be happy. And just, I don't know. Looks like Payday 2 is catching up fast. Yeah, half the time I'm not motivated enough to make the damn thing, though. And even then, when I do Payday 2 A Journey, which is just some Payday 2 content, not a whole ton of people watch. Even then, not many people who are watching my Payday 2 stuff watch anything else. Which is quite unfortunate. Fuck, enemies behind me. I hate these mushroom things. They're one of the most annoying things to fight no matter what class you are. I think I got them all. I need to use my ability, or my item more. It's really good. Got us some extra money. It's a perfect justification for why I should be upset. That's good. Alright, I'll try and follow Brandon, actually. Yeah, let's not do the gate till we've opened everything, just to play it safe. Oops. Fuck. Oh, fuck, there are a lot of them. Oh my god, there are a lot of these things. Alright, Brandon, I've got you covered from imps. You just worry about the spitters. I reckon a house up here. I got my money thing active. I'm gonna try and get some kills. Computer says, hold on, I'll read that in a second. Too many enemies. Oh. Fucking spitters. Sorry, so much shit going on. My computer shows my PS3 controller is connected. Yeah, I know Brandon's used his PS3 controller for games like this before. I just don't remember how he did it. Alright, I'm pretty hurt. I don't have any healing things. Brandon, do you have that, like, healing standing still thing I could use? I don't think Brandon does, because he's standing still and it's not happening. Alright, we might want to activate the gate soon. We have a lot of money. Okay, good. We have a zone here. Good, he's getting a lot of shield upgrades. That'll be useful. There. So I just don't know what to do at this point. I'm losing motivation because I feel like I'm basically forced into doing what should, by all means, be a lot of fun. I feel like I'm basically forced into it because if I don't do it, is the only way anything negative will happen. And if I keep doing it like I do it right now, nothing positive seems to happen. So, I just don't know. Let's try and get that chest down there. I need a jump upgrade to get that. Alright, let's run around a little bit. Try and stay away from the enemies. Then or we can just hunker down in one really good area if we find one. This wall might be a good spot actually for you to shield wall at. Alright, yeah, I think this is a good spot. Wow, we're wrecking house here. It's a good combo. Yeah, I don't think Brandon will be able to respond to your questions right now, just because there's so much going on. Alright, we waited at the spawns. Let's try and pick up the rest of the items around the map. Well, there's a place to heal right there if we need it. I don't know if there are any items we missed. I feel like there might have been on my side. Do I play Total War? I don't like Total War. Oh, there's a scavenger. I can kick his ass where he is. That's an easy spot. Oh, shit, no it's not actually. What if I get up on here? Yeah, I can hit it from here. This is an easy spot, sweet. So I just don't know what to do, honestly. And I know every single time I've ever asked before on Facebook and stuff for suggestions for this stuff, people don't really have any suggestions either than the usual few, which I won't do. I'm not gonna start doing scare cams or anything. So, I don't know. I guess it's more for venting than anything. I've got 3 emails. No one's commenting or subscribing right now. Those are 3 emails on my YouTube email, at least. Don't listen to Facebook people, they all suck, really? I'm talking about my Facebook fans, though. Like, they watch my stuff. Hell, most people on the forum don't watch most of what I do. It's actually kind of funny. I see their names every day, and I talk to them almost every day. I get along with them really well. And yet, a lot of them just don't watch much of what I do. I really want to activate this gate. I activated one of these big ones before. They give you runes. And I activated one of these before because there are switches on the walls in the room that it was in that I shot. I'm trying to look for the switches right now to see if it's the same way with this. And if they're in the same room as it. Like, are they across the way over here? Do I need to jetpack over? Maybe. They look like little panels coming off the wall, like gray panels, and you shoot it, and it lights up red with like a circle. And it's temporary. You need to shoot them all within the same like little time limit, and you have as many tries as you want. Oops, fucked up that shot. I would love to see the kind of thing of seeing you play more Flash games. It's weird, I have an account on the forum, but I'm not interested in the topics. Does it help that I watch the streams but not the Let's Plays? Or does it help if I watch the streams but not the Let's Plays? Kinda not, I don't know. I guess kinda, well, if you're not watching the recordings of the stream, then no, it doesn't help. Literally the only thing on my channel that I don't get paid for at all is if you watch the stream live. And that's another shame of it. I really want to have a partnership on Hitbox. That would be amazing. Streaming could really revitalize both my love of what I do as well as revitalize growth. But I don't get new viewers when I stream. At the beginning of this stream, let me check. I had 147 followers. Could someone at home refresh their page and let me know how many I have now to see if I've gained any since the beginning of the stream? (151). More people followed me. Funny thing is, I get more viewers now than I ever did before concurrent viewer average. And I have 1,000 almost average concurrent viewers on Twitch. And yet, I get more views here. Fuck, he went behind me. Holy shit, I haven't fought that before. Good thing we have a banner. Oh, he puts up walls, asshole. That almost killed him. Shit, we're blocked off. I just have to line up a shot and be ready. Come on, any second now. Awesome. Holy fuck. So many spawns. Holy shit, that thing can take a beating. When the game rises in difficulty, more bosses spawn, stronger enemies spawn, things spawn more often. Mind you, I'm not sure you could do streams that are this good when more viewers are trying to look at the same time. Or when you're trying to talk to more streamers at the same time. Yeah, but there is no argument that less viewers is bad. More viewers is always better for the person streaming, because that means they can actually make a living and feed themselves off doing their job. This bridge is always a meat grinder. Brandon, if you put up your shield, I can jump behind you and just line them up. Alright, I think that worked pretty well. Holy shit, we slaughtered the bridge. Let's go get some items. We've got to have the money now. Fucker. Those bulls take so many shots. Alright. Ready when you are. Holy fuck, that hurt. Oh god, I died, but I think I got my shot off first. Alright. Brandon, I think, has this covered. I don't think he's taking damage. Oh no, he is taking damage. He's getting out of there. I hope that's a heal bot. Oh, he took a lot of damage there. Good thing he's got so many shields and shit. Alright, let me catch up on the chat a little. Recently got into this on HB. It's really good. Is it easy to get info? Oh, Hitbox. When Superman, Cosmo, and I join, any recommendations as to who you should be? Anyone you want, really, but even just the commander, the default commander, is actually really, really good, because his survival role is such a versatile way of staying alive. It's an invincibility button with mobility to it. Is absolutely amazing. Oh, Humble Bundle. Yeah, this game's very easy to get into. You're welcome. I think Brandon's got this stage pretty well covered. There are a lot of corners for him to just wall up in. It's a shame he doesn't level up right now, though, because having a banner with him would really help. It increases his fire rate and his health regen. And I think damage, too. Okay, good, he's got first aid now. When he takes damage, he'll heal a little bit a second after, if that's important. He can get the droids, too. Hey Brandon, I don't know if you have the money for it, but there are a lot of droids on my body. How long do you die for? You die for the rest of the round. He has to go to the next world and I'll revive. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else is there to say. I would assume this isn't even worth bringing up, honestly, because I don't think anyone would do this, but I'll bring it up just in case someone does, because it is the internet, and sometimes people see things and take things the wrong way. I have no ill will in any way, shape, or form towards Voidburger or General McBadass. Even if General McBadass never got back to me, I obviously have no ill will towards either of them. That's ridiculous. My only interaction I ever had with General McBadass was a great one. He was nice. It sucks that I never heard back, but he was nice. And Voidburger has been an absolutely pleasant person. Is Brandon shooting the wrong direction? I think he is on my screen. Hey, he's facing the wrong way on my screen. I think it's just a glitch on my screen, though, because desync is bad in this game. Yeah, and Voidburger was an absolutely lovely person when I talked to her. She's very, very nice, and I love her content and everything. In fact, again, I support her on Patreon, because I think she deserves that $15 a month. So I don't want anyone to hear that, like, you know, I look at this and I'm like, why isn't this happening with me? I don't want anyone to be like, oh, I'm not going to like that person because of it. No, I implore you to check out both of their channels. They're quite good channels. I don't want anything, I just don't want any stupidity to happen out of that, where someone does some stupid shit and then someone gets hurt and someone wonders, did I spur that on or anything like that. I don't want any shit like that. Every community has some assholes, and I don't want the assholes of my community to do something like that. Luckily, I don't think I've met any of the assholes of my community, but there we go. I'm not particularly interested in meeting the assholes of my community if I have any, and I'm sure I have at least one. Create a good community. I do attract some assholes. I mean, you're always gonna have some assholes in it. I just find it funny how you say, what is it? Where did you say it? Create a good community. People will always have their bad side, but oh well. I wish there was just some formula to make a great community. It's always what I've strived for. It's why I've never had any qualms about basically just telling someone to fuck off if I don't agree with what they're doing. Because I don't, like, even if it means I get more views, I don't want to have shitty people in my community that just grief everyone else. I don't want that. Yes, I have already met you, Ash. Holy shit, there are a lot of enemies on Brandon. I think he is taking some damage. Oh no, his shield is still up, though, and his, like, energy shield. Evil Dead? Did you forget the name of Evil Dead? Oh, sweet, Brandon's got the missiles now. That's a good one. Yeah, he is an enforcer. He basically can just say Cena wins lol and shove himself in a corner with a shield. It's funny, apparently online people consider the enforcer to be really weak because of his poor mobility, but I consider him really strong because if he can hunker up in a corner, it's really hard to hurt him. There's so few moves that can hit him when he's tanked up like this. Like, look at this right now. Every once in a while his energy shield drops, but it's only for a moment. Youthberry tea. It's okay. It was free. Sophia just said, I have a shit memory. I thought I was 16 for nearly a year when I was really 17, and that was this year. Yeah, because of my cerebral palsy, not being able to picture numbers and anything in my head, really. I have a hard time with that, too, actually. Time just flies when you work from your house. You barely leave the house. I'm disabled anyway. Like, what incentive do I have to... Oh, Brandon, bottom right-hand corner, there's an item you can get. It's like absolute bottom right. If you walk down that hall enough, there is an item. Do you huff spray paint? I don't know. Okay, good. He's got the healing thing. I have cerebral palsy. Thanks for the brain damage joke. I actually have legitimate brain damage. Anyway, yeah, I always have a hard time with that. Time flies when you just... Oh, not me? Okay. I work from home, and my hobby and my job and everything just takes place on my computer, so what incentive do I have to leave the house? I don't really have any. I enjoy just being on my computer. So sometimes you just kind of lose track of time. And there's a while where I just couldn't remember if I was 21 or 22. I was 21 at the time. But I am 22 now. My birthday was September 22nd. I've done an okay job of turning a hobby into a job, but it's got to get a lot better before this is a big thing. Even Shelly forgets her age sometimes. Sometimes you're 12, sometimes you're 21. I still think of you every single time I see that clothing store called Forever 21, Shelly. I thought you'd find that humorous. I'm 22 and I hardly make money because I work in human rights. Why is it human rights doesn't pay? That's the stupidest thing to not pay well. Like, that really should pay well. There should be incentive to work in human rights. But anyway. I feel like I've been saying it a lot, but yeah, I just don't know what to do. Man, I wish I was alive to spend some money right now. I'm getting the feeling Brandon's walking by statues because he doesn't have the money for it. But, I got 5,000. I wish I was alive right now to spend it. Oh wait, Brandon, if you go to the far bottom left, I believe there's a gate down there that you might be able to, like, shoot wall things to get the, rune. Oh, that's weird. It's blocked off and I don't see any cracks in the walls. Try and go over top of that area and see if there are cracks in the floor anywhere above it. In some stages there are cracks in the floor and you need to throw like a grenade on it. And you've got flashbang, so that would count as a grenade weapon. I'm kind of just paying attention to see if there are cracks in the walls up here now. I don't see any cracks yet. Oh god, there's so many fucking items here. It sucks to pass this shit up. Okay, here's an opportunity. Might be in here. God, it sucks to pass up that many items. Whoa, 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 whoa. He was just like climbing through the air for me. I still don't see any cracks here. I think we are desynced because Brandon's not opening that container that I see. Maybe he does have money and it's just we're not seeing the same containers because of some kind of glitch. Yeah, I watch extra credits, but let's try and keep the topic on just the vlog stuff for now. Extra credits is really good though. YouTube channel extra credits. Alright, I guess we're done with this stage. Huh. Do I get the experience for this? I don't know, it converted my money. Alright, I'm back in the game. I'm behind a few items, but it's not a huge deal. Casual stream anyway. Second from last stage. Wait, he's going down there? Okay. I'm just gonna stick with Brandon. Oh, I've got a glitch where my HUD went away. Fuck, that's a shitty glitch to have. Yeah, I can't see my health or anything. I got that glitch. God, that glitch fucking blows. Yeah, as long as we got some room, I can... Ah, fuck. Okay, we need to kill that boss right away. The throwing rocks boss. Come on, game. Alt-tabbing out and in does not help. I just tried. I have no idea what my health is, so I'm trying to play it really safe. Ow. Okay, I'm dead. Great. What a great glitch. I don't know if Brandon's gonna survive down there. He's in a rough situation. I think some of his droids went down. Is that a rope? Whatever. Let me fix something here. Will you still want to play another one of with Bushman if I finish? Wait. Will you still want to play another one with Bushman and I if you finish or die? Yes. Are there two things throwing it? Oh my god, there are. That's completely unfair. Alright, Brandon died. I'm just gonna close and reopen my game. Because I think that's the only way to fix this game, this glitch. God, it's almost 3 a.m. Online co-op, host game. Game's up for anyone who wants to join in. I'll stick with the sniper for now. Alright, Brandon's in. Oh, did we get another artifact? What the fuck? Lock a random skill every minute. Disorientation. So that's a negative artifact. Okay. I don't know when we got that. You unlocked it last game, says Brandon. Or he unlocked it last game. See you, Sophia. 19 viewers. It's just 19. After all these years, 19. And a few of them are just my friends. Like, not to devalue my friends or anything, of course, but like a few of these people are even just people I know personally coming in. It's not like fans that I attracted, it's people that I personally know. Also, the game does seemingly freeze when you join, says Brandon. Weird. I'm just waiting for Super Cosman to join now, because he said he wanted to join, and I don't see him on the character select yet. At least I don't think I do. Yeah, I do get more attention on my Payday 2 streams. Wait for Super Cosman? Okay. Cosmos has joined. Okay. I don't think I have that character that he's playing as. That's cool. I don't blame you if you're getting tired. 18 viewers. Just check my phone there. No messages. Still 3 emails. Nothing's happening on my YouTube right now. Man, we're really gonna be jockeying for items on this one. Why is an exclamation point next to, probably because they both have bad ping or something. They're both Australian. "18 loyal viewers," that is true. Because I do recognize every name here. Except for, Leva Kuroi? I don't know. I don't know, because that person hasn't talked at all. So maybe that person's been here a bunch of times and I just don't know. Apparently Cosman can't walk. That's odd. Yeah, the 007 ones people didn't really watch either, even though they were really fun. I thought those were fun Let's Plays. Super Cosman, try going into your controls, like hit escape and go into your controls and just fuck around a bit, see if there's anything you can do. Turn on gamepad support maybe and try that. I don't know. Fun Let's Plays? That's a Bond move. I'm really sad that that didn't take off, the "that's a Bond move" joke. Alright, I've got the heal thing. If anyone ever needs heals, they can just stand by me. Remapping them doesn't walk. That's weird because you're able to type right now. So, like, clearly some of the keys are working. Maybe remap them to WASD? Does that allow you to walk? You might have a glitch. This patch has been a really glitchy patch. So that might be part of it. I fucked up that reload. Why do games have exploding? Because it's fun. Exploding barrels are fun. What's the story of this game? Doesn't really have much of a story. I don't really remember. I know we're an expedition team. I tabbed out and in, and it launched again. That's weird. I have two games running now. You got a weird glitch going on. This game has been known to be pretty glitchy, too. Hey, Brandon. Fuck you. Waving my giant gun around. Oh. Alright, I think we can safely activate the gate soon. We've got almost everything cleared out for items. That's what happens with Evolve. What's the point in living? Alright, I'm gonna activate the gate. Got the damn thing in the head. I just wanted to target someone else. And then, boom! Right in the face. Get some decent shots on it. Like that. I've gotten good at quick reloading, which is a very useful skill to have as the sniper. If you hit that reload point, then your next shot's more powerful, which is very quick, or very useful to be able to do on the fly. "19 viewers. The point is whatever you decide the point you want the point to be. Is that in relation to what's the point of living? Yeah, pretty much. That's basically what I think. You just make your own point for yourself, and that's cool. You make your own goal in life and then have fun with that. 3 a.m.? Yep, almost 3 a.m. Fuck. I want to make people happy. That's my thing. That's what I gauge my success in life by, is my ability to make people happy. Because making people happy makes me happy. So there's an air of selfishness about that, of course, but for the most part, I think it's a good thing to be selfish about, is making other people happy to make yourself happy, because you're making them happy. And I do care that I'm making them happy, of course. Yep. The universe was actually a hold created by one Chris Jericho. And he can tell you in great detail everything about it. Chris Jericho, pro wrestler, he invented every hold. Or so he says. Yeah, according to Christians, Jericho's God. It's right there in the Bible. God is Jericho. That's exactly how he would word it. Okay, we need a jump perk for that. That one always pisses me off. Yeah, that's exactly the voice I read it into. Welcome to God is Jericho. Every time God goes to the top rope, he says, "Come on, baby." Piggy bank. I like that one. Oops, I shot the wrong direction. Your night is made. I'm happy I could do that. Now, if only I was cool. Bushman has died. You are cool. There's something that seems really disingenuous about that. Oh wow. I should probably level up before I do that. Ow. Because it would bring me down to 1 health using that statue, and that seems like a recipe for disaster. Bring myself down to 1 health when anything could spawn at any point. I know you're being serious, I just love the way you worded it. It's not "you're cool," it's "you are cool." I got the healing thing, but that's pretty shitty for a single shot guy. It's usually good for people who do like crowd control or rapid fire. It's really good for the commando and the bandit actually, because they shoot so fast. There are a lot of items actually that aren't that impressive for the sniper. Goddamn hate spitters. They're gonna really fuck you up. Pillaged gold, I like that item. That's a fun one. Tesla coil's nice. I like that one. Does a lot of damage. You're cool, don't lose it. Can't afford that? Oh. I think we might have cleared the place of items. Yeah, I think we've cleared the map items. Let's look for the gate. Oh, there's a shrine up here. Never mind, there's a money shrine. God, I'm getting nothing for it so far. Need a bit more money. From now on, instead of God, you're gonna say Jericho. I'm gonna hold you to that. I got the healing item, that's a nice one. No one would take offense to that, right? They will literally hit you with a fence. Max health up, that's a good one. Just gotta wait for my piggy bank to generate a little bit more money. God, this fucking shrine gave me experience 3 times in a row, and almost no experience at that. Hey Brandon, if you find the gate, activate it. Right now I'm just gathering money for this shrine. We'll have more than enough, though. Okay, you're gonna reinstall it? Okay. Good thing it's such a small game. Oh, I leveled. Nice. Might have enough health for that old shrine. Ah, shit. Brandon died. Alright, I'm gonna have to find, the gate. I think it was on the bottom? I don't remember. Health regen. That's a good one to get. Bottom here, the left. I'm guessing he means near. Yep, he corrected it to near. Okay, bottom near the left. I'll go all the way to the bottom and then I'll go left, because I'm like bottom right. It is now 3 a.m. I've been having trouble sleeping anyway. What do people think of this late night stream? It's funny, I see a lot of the same names. I thought I'd see totally different names in the chat because I thought I'd have more of a European viewer base right now where it's probably early morning. You love the late streams? Sleep is for the weak. See you, Undriven. Near the bottom left. I'm guessing it's over here somewhere? Or did I pass it when I wasn't looking? You passed it? Okay. Sorry, I keep looking at the chat. There it is, I see it now. Fucking magma worms. Last few streams you only see 15 minutes of. See, said Blood Queen, an awesome byproduct of you being a part of that thread to be made in WW 2K14, which I still don't think I've really gotten to use you yet in it. I think I've used you like once in a thing. I just, again, motivation fell and I didn't end up doing much with it. But because of that, I always recognize you whenever you post a comment on the Facebook fan page. Because I've seen you, so I always recognize you on it. So there's a good byproduct. Oh, I don't know if I'd say good, I guess it doesn't really have any impact whatsoever, but it's cool. I'm just walking around until the spawn stops so I can get into a fairly open area to kill the boss. In fact, I could just do this for a second. Yeah, this is kind of broken because my electric thingy kind of does a lot of damage. Well, I just grabbed onto the air. Why is there an item up here? Is that where he dropped it? Did he just drop that now? Brandon says the game just crashed. Great. 10 out of 10. Butt of the year. I'm thinking of stopping the stream soon. It's 3 a.m. and I feel like we've basically run out of things to talk about. Brandon's gonna go to bed? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream. Let me just go back to the main menu first. Alright, do we have any last words we want to have before I end the stream? Come play games with us? I'm gonna go sleep immediately after this. It's 3 a.m. Good talking to you two guys. Anything else you guys want to talk about before I go to bed? I'll just give it a little bit. Guess I don't need this on right now. Just listening to the game audio anyway. Oh god, this studio light. Well, studio light. It's a uncovered, blinding heat machine of a lamp. Oh, that's me without the front lighting. Doesn't look quite as good. No, I'm not feeling particularly better. I guess it was kind of nice to talk. Made me feel like I've done something productive today at least. So I just basically haven't recorded today. So this was like 2.5, 3 hour thing. That's something for YouTube. Yeah, I do a lot of work and very few people watch it, which is the unfortunate bit. And I very much value those people who watch it, and I think that, you know, you say that, that it shows that I care, and that you appreciate the effort and everything, and I understand that, and I appreciate that you appreciate it. It just sucks that so few people watch it, when there's money attached to those views, you know? Christ, I'm tired. Alright, it looks like we're basically out of things to say. Yeah, it looks like we're basically out of things, and some people are going. Alright, thank you everybody for watching this. I'll upload this whole thing on YouTube. I guess I'll break it into... I'll probably break it up into 1 hour chunks or something. I'll have it render overnight and upload it in the morning, something like that. Yeah. Surprised I didn't wake anyone up. I mean, yeah, I guess my mom is all the way down the hall, but still. Yeah, I could use some good sleep, but I'm sure I'll wake up noon, because I always do now. The whole last week I've been waking up a solid 2.5 hours after I'd like to. And it'll be shit quality sleep anyway. Then I gotta deal with the Heroes Wrestling podcast. I just have to hope my regular website lets me watch Raw. And I'm gonna go to the... Hopefully if I get to do the podcast, because if I get to see Raw, then I get to do the podcast. And all the podcast is work, it's still fun. But then we gotta deal with the Jamar thing, because Jamar randomly made his own episode of his own podcast and promoted it using our Facebook fan page and didn't ask for permission from anyone or warn anyone, and the quality was terrible and just ugh, I don't even know what we're gonna do. I have no idea what we're gonna do about that. It's whatever the decision on that, if we do anything, is ultimately up to Hero. So I guess I'll leave him to do that, but I'll support him in whatever he chooses with that, because it's his damn podcast. I'm going to call it a night now. Thank everybody very, 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 very much for watching this. If you're watching this over on YouTube, there's a link to my Hitbox stream where you can catch this live next time in the description. If you're watching this live right now, everyone watching already knows about my YouTube, but in case someone isn't logged in or something and they don't know me, I've been doing a video a day for over 4 years now, I think. The link to that is in the description, and if you're on either one and you'd like to donate to me and help support me, my Patreon page is in the description of both Hitbox and YouTube. And I'm still at 3 emails. I haven't gotten a single email or subscriber in the last 2.5 hours, and that should tell you about, channel the size of 17,000 subscribers. I probably should have gotten a comment over the course of 2.5 hours, especially considering a lot of my viewer base is Eastern European and would be up right about now. It goes to show how many people actually watch my stuff. Until next time, have a nice day.